Welcome to the second channel. Welcome to Simple Builds 2. This channel is definitely going to be more of natural, relaxed kind of stuff, along with the full builds, kind of just throwing everything in here as a test run and just having fun with the Simple Builds 2. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think you want to see more of on here. But today, like you saw, we're going to be doing a little bit of a rundown for you guys in the Motor Club to show my support and appreciation to you because you are supporting me. I wanted to do a little review of some of your guys' cars. See what I think I would do if I like them. And if I don't, I'm not gonna be brutally honest. Most of the cars are pretty decent on here. So, just sharing a little bit of a roast to your build kind of deal. I got these 10 or 11 cars from the top supporters from the Motor Club. Most of them are super active in there and has been supporting for a long time. So thank you guys. If you see your car, I appreciate you so much. And we're gonna start off right away. Up first, Michael Jones. Thank you, bro, for jumping in and supporting. You've been active on here for a little while now, and you've had a ton of posts on here. You drive a, 2015 Dodge Dart SXT. I'm not going to lie, it's not my style. It's not my preference, but here's some things that I would probably do if I were to modify a Dodge Dart. Or modify your Dodge Dart, I guess. I would remove all of the decals and the stickers. That's my personal opinion. That's my preference. I like a clean slate, clean base. I don't know if the SXT can make any power. I know that the RTs, I think, can make a little bit of power with some bolt-ons, but whoa, we just got a new member in the Motor Club as we speak. I don't know if you guys heard that. Thank you, Matt Evans, for jumping in. But yeah, I would probably remove a lot of decals. I'd probably do a catback exhaust if they sound good. I'm not fully sure about them, but I get some simple, like maybe 5-spoke wheels and some coilovers, some tints, and a lot of the stuff might be similar modifications to these different cars, depending on the car or my knowledge on it. But that's what I would do to your car. Michael Jones, thank you so much for your support. Up next, Dylan. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I think it's Kun, K-U-H-N. Thank you, bro, for your support. I know we talk here and there on social media, and I always mention how much I appreciate your support on here. But I also haven't seen you active in the Motor Club a little bit, so jump back in here and say what's up, because you have a ton of points on the Motor Club, and you were very active in the early days, but you're still in there supporting, so thank you. And you drive a 2015, I don't know what year it is, but a Fiesta ST. You guys know the car, you love it, so do I. He's got a red ST, as you can see here. He's got some nice 1552 wheels, 5-spoke in white, and coilovers. Honestly, I would not change very much. That is, if I were to do another Fiesta ST, which hopefully we can get another one on the channel, I would probably do something similar, wheels, coils, and then I don't know what you have modifications done as far as performance-wise, but do some full bolt-ons, and then hopefully upgrade to a bigger turbo. That's what I would do on one of these cars, some suspension mods, a rear sway bar, rear motor mount, tint the windows. I don't know if you have tint on there. Overall, really nice build, and I appreciate all your support for being in the Motor Club. And of course, if you guys want to jump into the Motor Club, gets you entered into our current car giveaway. If you don't know about it, you also could have a chance at me roasting your build, if that's probably not something you're interested in. But you could have a chance to get on to one of the videos on the second channel, or even sometimes on the main channel, and we're going to be picking cars in here to modify. A lot of exciting things coming for this year. Up next, we have Plex D. Plex D, I don't know your full name, but thank you so much for your support. You've been very active on the Motor Club, and I don't know if I have a picture of your car, but it looks like you had a really cool Camaro that you did a project on, and you painted it up. It looks really good. It came out awesome. I don't know how you did that paint job, if it was a garage paint job, altogether. It looks like it was. But yeah, the Camaro's a really cool car. Definitely, requires a little bit of exhaust work to make it really sound good. I probably wouldn't touch the exhaust if it's a V6. If it's a V8, I would do probably a muffler and resonator delete to start if you're on a budget, or go MagnaFlow, or some kind of name brand exhaust. And really wouldn't go too crazy on it exterior-wise. Maybe some lowering springs, possibly some wheels. I really wouldn't change too much. It's a pretty cool car, as it is. Depending on if it is a V6 or a V8, of course. Thank you so much for your support in the Motor Club. Appreciate you. Piper Allen, another big supporter. Thank you so much for being in there. You have a RSX, and that thing is really cool from the Memphis area. The RSX is really clean. I'd probably lower it a little bit more on the front. Actually, no, the fitment looks good, but the offset looks a little bit too wide on the rear. For me personally, I like to have it, flush, the wheel sitting flush with the fender, but that's just me. I like the wheels. They're very cool. I'd probably do a front lip on it as well. Restore the headlights. They look a little bit hazy and foggy. And I know these are all projects that you guys are working on. Very cool car. I like the RSX. Hopefully we'll get one on the channel someday. But Piper, thank you so much for being active and a supporter in the Motor Club. Up next, we got Nathaniel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I mispronounced some of you guys' names, but Nathaniel, thank you for being in the Motor Club. You have a 2016 Honda Accord and a 2006 Scion 5-speed. I never was a huge fan of the Scion TC, but I have seen some pretty good examples of them if they're modified properly. But honestly, I wouldn't go crazy. Try not to race it out. For me personally, it looks like it's pretty stock, and it looks good that way. But I would do front lip, maybe a cap back. I like those wheels. I would keep those same wheels on there, and then some lowering springs. I wouldn't go crazy on adjustable coilovers because I don't know how well those cars handle. TC wouldn't do too much to it. And then the Accord, also a good daily driver. I know that they make some models with a turbo that actually can push I think they're 300 something from factory. I don't know if that's the newer ones or the older ones. Not super familiar with them. But honestly, I would put that car on bags and wheels and have an awesome, fun daily driver that looks really good as well. That's what I would do. Nathaniel, thank you so much for being in the Motor Club. Up next, Justin Mendez. Thank you, bro, for supporting. Thank you for being part of the Motor Club. You have an IS300. I know we talked about doing something on the channel with your car in the past. It never really worked out, but I do appreciate all of your support for the Motor Club. And you have a pretty stock, it looks like, IS300. I know some of these come with either the 1J or the 2J and naturally aspirated, or I don't know too much about them, but I know they had some kind of Supra comparison of an engine in them. So I know you can make some pretty cool ones. My buddy Blake Chavez, shout out to you, bro, all the way in Hawaii. He used to have a really sick IS300 wide-bodied big turbo, and that thing was super dope. So if you guys are familiar with the IS300 platform, let me know in the comments what you could do to one of these, give some more ideas. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't go crazy on the stock, IS300. It's very clean as it is. Yeah, I would try to keep it that way. Sometimes an unmolested, clean example is probably the best version of a car that it could be, unless you go all out, and go crazy with it, like some people do with those. So thank you so much, Justin, for being in the Motor Club. Up next, we got Caleb Gresham. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you for being in the Motor Club. You drive a Honda Civic. I don't know what year exactly. It looks like maybe 2006. And all the way over there in Arkansas. I know it can be snowy over there. So you got the light bar, hopefully some snow tires on that thing. And honestly, get some coils on it, lift it up, get some beefier tires, and make a winter capable Honda Civic. That would be super cool. I'd love to see that. Maybe do some rally lights, maybe put a light bar up top, get a roof rack, put a basket up there with a spare tire, and then get some coilovers, max them out as far as the ride height goes, height-wise, and then have a little cool, daily driver that can get you where you got to go over there in Arkansas. So thank you so much for being in the Motor Club and supporting Caleb. I always see your name popping around in my ecosystem, the Simple Builds community. So thank you so much for your support. That's what I would do to your Civic. Edward Rivas, thank you for supporting in the Motor Club. You drive a Stage 2 Plus Audi S4 2015. Very cool car. I really like these. I don't know if it's a DSG or not. It looks like you got some mods going on with the rear diffuser and the spoiler. It looks really good, but I think it would tie it all together if you did have some aftermarket wheels that spaced out a little bit and fit that fender there, that fitment-wise. And then I'm not sure if it's on stock suspension still or not. I know these cars are a little bit lower from factory because it's the sports variant with the S4, but it looks really good. The front grille looks great, which I believe those come stock like that on the S4. And it's a cool car. I like it. I don't know if you did that with the gloss black on the wheels, but it's definitely a good option there. So it looks really cool. It looks like you already have tints. Yeah, the tints look great. I would probably just get a splitter on the front and some aftermarket wheels and lowering springs and call it a day. You can do some, I don't know if it's a DSG like I mentioned. I know those things can sound pretty cool and they can handle some power. So some bolt-ons and exhaust and a trans tune from APR. I know APR makes a lot of good stuff for Audi, Volkswagen. So I would jump on there and kind of kit that car out. But so far, it looks like you got some good stuff going on with the splitter. The rear spoiler and the rear diffuser. So make it match with the front splitter, side skirts, lowering springs, some bolt-ons, and a tune with a downpipe and a trans tune. That's one sick car. And maybe some aftermarket taillights as well, but I don't know what the options are for those. So thank you so much to Edward for being in the Motor Club. That is what I would do to your S4. Overall, it looks really clean. I like it. So nice job. And thank you again for your support. Jonathan Green, thank you, bro, for being in the Motor Club. Thank you for supporting. And I'm always seeing your name pop up as well. Always being an active member. So thank you so much for being in there. Jonathan, you drive a 2003 Acura CL Type S 6-speed. It looks like a pretty rare car in my experience, and it looks like a lot of fun. Would definitely be cool to have a chance to drive one of these just to see what it's all about. And honestly, I'm really liking the route that you're going. I'm not a huge fan of the body style of these. It kind of looks like a coupe mixed with a sedan that was kind of like flattened a little bit. But I mean, not to be too brutal on it, I think it looks pretty cool, but it's not my exact cup of tea. But what you did to it looks great. I think that's perfect fitment. The ride height is great. Those wheels are very cool. And I don't know much about them, but again, it looks like a really fun car, and I think maybe clean up those headlights a little bit, see if you can get some kind of front splitter. I always think a front splitter completes a car. It looks good. I don't have many more photos of your car here. And throw a tint on it and make it a sleeper. See how much power you can push out of it. And, it depends if it's daily or not, but I like it. It looks really cool. Thank you so much for supporting Jonathan. I appreciate you. And yeah, I like what you did to the car, so it looks really cool. Thanks again. Up next, we have Juan Martinez. That name might sound familiar. He drives a Honda Civic with a K24 swap that we built and gave away to him. So Juan Martinez was the winner of the K24, and he has been loving the car. It's been treating him really well, and he's also been posting content on it. So really exciting stuff on there. Juan, I hope you're checking this out. Post some more stuff on the K24 on the Motor Club. We want to see it in there. But if not, I'll try to leave his link down below for the Instagram so you guys can keep up with what he's doing to the K24 Civic. It's definitely looking really cool in those professional photos that you got taken. And the car is a 10 out of 10. Not bragging, not just to say that because we built it. But no, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, I would have probably changed up the wheels if we had some more budget for the project. Maybe some RPF 1s. I know, Juan, you were looking for some RPF 1s, so hopefully you can find them. But you did put the red bucket seats in there. Looks really cool. Again, this car is not going to be, anything, to beat any cars on the drag strip. But these are really fun, daily drivable cars that are super reliable. And you slap a turbo kit on there, even from eBay. And who cares if the eBay turbo blows? You can push 300, 350, all day on those stock internals. With the eBay turbo kit. So I'd probably go that route, maybe do an eBay turbo, or if you do a reputable brand with a turbo too, if you got that in the budget, and then some wheels. Other than that, we got a nice exhaust on there, had a good bass map on there, so I'd get a good tune on there from a reputable company. And yeah, I like what you did with the seats. Probably tint it too. I think the tints will look cool. Tints are coming around. I'm growing, the tints are growing on me a little bit more. So that's what I would do to the K24. And Juan, thanks again so much for your support and for sticking around in the Motor Club. Really appreciate you, and I hope that K24 is treating you well. Guys, if you want to jump into our latest giveaway, make sure you jump into the Motor Club. That gets you 100 entries into the current giveaway. Or you can spend $5 on the website, down link below, and that'll get you entered as well. As many $5 entries as you get, every $5 you spend is one entry. You can stack them up in there. And stay tuned for some possible bonus multipliers. And there is one right now going on if you jump into the Motor Club as well. And last but not least, we have Andrew Beach. Thank you for supporting. I haven't seen you around in the Motor Club, and it's been a little while, but you do have a lot of reputation in the Motor Club, sharing your thoughts. So thank you for being there in the Motor Club. I'd love to hear more from you. You drive a 83 SL380, very uncommon, very cool car, a Mercedes there. There's a convertible. I really don't know much about these. If it was me, honestly, I would see if I can find a way to get some air suspension on this thing and leave it alone. That is all I would do. I would bag it and have a really baller, older Mercedes convertible on bags. Keep the stock wheels. It is super clean, and it looks like it was passed down from your grandparents. And the car looks really cool. Keep it in the family. And yeah, I love the vibe that Mercedes gives off, kind of like old money style. So that car is really cool, and yeah, I would just bag it if it's possible. But honestly, leave it alone. It's a great car as it is. I wouldn't touch it, but that's just me. So thank you so much to Andrew for jumping into the Motor Club, And thank you to everyone that is in the Motor Club. We really have a lot of exciting things planned for the Motor Club, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying what we have been doing so far this year. I hope I didn't beat up too hard on you guys. Like I said, I didn't want to, really roast anyone too far. Unless you want that, let me know. I can get pretty aggressive. No, probably not. But honestly, again, thank you so much, guys. Make sure to go get entered into the Motor Club. Get you entered into a cool giveaway to win a really cool car. And we could also do some more fun videos like this. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm always open to feedback, and I appreciate your support once again. So thanks for tuning into this one. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the second channel. Be sure to jump onto the main channel and check out all the content that we got going out there. And again, thank you guys for your support. I'll see you guys over on the main channel and in the next video here on the second channel.